Hello and welcome to the Baby Loss Podcast with me, Gabriella Austin. This podcast is for bereaved parents like myself to share their story around baby loss and miscarriage. Many of my new friends I met through a charity called SANS, which is the stillbirth and neonatal death charity. Baby loss is unfortunately more common than people think, and certainly more common than discussed. Whilst I would like to raise awareness around this taboo subject, my main aim is to provide parents with a safe place to talk about their babies, wherever they may be in their journey. There is no judgment here, and every journey is different. Welcome to the second series, where we continue to tell the stories of our babies gone too soon. Trigger warning for this episode: discussion on baby loss, miscarriage, living children, COVID-19, medical negligence, and contains explicit content. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Baby Loss Podcast, the second series, which would not have been possible without the success of my first series. I just want to say thank you to all of the parents that spoke to me and shared their baby loss story with me, shared it with the nation, sharing it with the world. Thank you for everybody that listened or viewed, liked, subscribed, shared through either my Instagram page, Facebook page, and YouTube channels, and of course, however you choose to listen to your podcasts. We've had thousands of views and listens and downloads, and I can't believe how successful it's been for somebody that just sort of sits in a kitchen and does it as a hobby. But it's a hobby I really enjoy, because I want to raise awareness. I want to bring the baby loss community together, and I want a safe place for people to talk about their babies and normalise their birth stories and to normalise how they're feeling. And I don't want anybody to feel alone. And it's, even if it's on, you know, like, it doesn't, I don't want anyone to feel alone. And I think that it's on a very small scale, but successfully done that. And I want to continue that. And I've had some lovely ladies reach out to me. So their episodes are going to be ready to air, and yeah, please keep doing what you're doing and raising awareness. And if you're new to the podcast, if you're new to baby loss, I'm so sorry that you're here, and I wish that we'd all met under different circumstances, and that we met at a toddler group or swimming or gymnastics lessons or in the playground. But it's just not how we were meant to become friends. So yeah, we've been quite busy the last year. I started a new job 9 months ago, which I'm very much enjoying, my new role. And we've been building a second canoe. So at time of recording, this is the week leading up to Isabella's birthday. So Isabella should have been turning 8 on the 23rd of September. Obviously she's not. So Rob and I, my parents, are going to the Lake District, long weekend on the lakes with our canoes. I'm going to take her birthday present to the cemetery the day before, and I'm going to bake a cake as well for us for our dessert when we get up there. Unfortunately, two very special women, two women that are very close to me, have lost babies since the last series, and I just wanted to recognise them as mothers and just to say how terribly sorry I am and how incredibly hard it is, and recognise how sad it is. And I really want you to know that you're not alone, and I hope I am loving you and supporting you as much as you loved and supported me when I was going through something similar. And I can't believe that it's happened to all of us. That's what it feels like. So I'm just going to dedicate this first episode to your babies. And one of the ladies is actually my sister-in-law, Faye, and she's allowing me to share a small thank you video at the end of this podcast, because she just wants to thank everybody for the amazing support that she feels that she had during her loss. Yeah, so that was my little niece or nephew that is now the other side. I don't know, is in heaven, is in, their spirit has met Isabella's spirit, and the same with my other friend. Her little one has joined Isabella, and I find comfort in knowing that they're together. Maybe you guys will one day too. So on the 20th of June last year, my sister-in-law had to have emergency surgery to remove an ectopic pregnancy and her left fallopian tube. And she wrote something lovely on Instagram, and I hope she doesn't mind me sharing it with you today. So she says, I wanted to share my story. I want those close to me to know my experiences in a less awkward way. But mostly I want to talk and make it normal to talk. The world is encouraged to spread joy and happiness, and gender reveals and welcoming new life into the world is shouted out for all to celebrate, which is beautiful. Baby loss, miscarriage, stillbirths, ectopics, and many other pregnancy complications are not. Maybe because it's too painful to talk about. Maybe because it's not a happy ending. Maybe it makes others feel uncomfortable. Maybe because no one really knows what to say. And you know what? That's okay. Every experience is different and no two stories are the same, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't talk. If you're currently suffering, have suffered in the past, or trying to support someone else going through a similar situation, I truly am sorry. Try to talk. Let's normalise talking about the shit as well as the good. I hope those of you listening find some kind of peace or love or comfort in this podcast. And, remember it's okay not to be okay, and you're not alone, even though it feels extremely lonely. And the baby loss community is here for you all. And take care. Thank you so much for finding and continuing to listen to the Baby Loss podcast. If you would like to be a guest on my podcast and share your baby story, or if you would like your baby loss charity featured, then please get in touch by searching Baby Loss Podcast on your podcast app, Facebook, Instagram, and my YouTube channel. If you have been affected by today's episode, then please reach out. SANDS can be reached via their website, sands.org.uk, spelt SANDS, their Facebook page and their helpline on 0808 164 3332. Oscar's Wish Foundation is a charity offering bereavement support to families in Sussex and throughout the UK. They can be found on Facebook. If you live in Gloucestershire, you can contact Footsteps Counselling and Care by visiting their website, Facebook page, or contacting their helpline on 01452 308 618. If you require immediate support, you can call the Samaritans 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for free on 116 123. Thank you for listening and see you next time.